Introduce yourself and give us your testimony. Welcome.
My name is Prisha Mosley. I was a 15-year-old girl when the trans community found me. Already diagnosed with multiple mental illnesses, including anorexia, a body dysmorphic disorder, and borderline personality disorder, a trauma disorder, I was easy to manipulate and convince that I had been born in the wrong body. I was told that this was the reason for all of my mental and emotional distress. I was told that changing my gender would cure me. As an impressionable and mentally ill child, I fully believed this. I also believed that my sexual assault, which happened at age 14, only happened to girls. I wanted to transition to be safe, and I was allowed to make permanent changes to my health due to these beliefs. Beginning at 17, high doses of testosterone were injected into my anorexic body. This was done by a pediatrician in the same hospital where I was seeing a nutritionist for my severe malnutritionist and regularly receiving stitches for cutting and other self-harming behavior. What I don't understand is why they never offered me counseling to help me with the depression, the trauma, the personality disorder, or my ongoing self-harm. It was clear that they were solely focused on pushing me into transition without any regard for all of the other clear challenges and issues I was experiencing. Testosterone had extreme side effects, more and more of which I am discovering every day. I suffered hair growth all over my body and hair loss on my head. My shoulders rapidly broadened beyond my frame, causing me to be disproportionate, clumsy, and in pain. My neck, back, and shoulders constantly burn, and all of my joints ache all of the time. Testosterone also caused changes in my vocal cords and throat. I can no longer sing or really raise my voice, and speaking for long periods of time causes me pain. My endocrine system is ruined, and I'm no longer able to regulate my own hormones. I have no choice but to be medicated for this for the rest of my life. One of the worst side effects has been vaginal atrophy. This is the shrinking and thinning of the vagina. It is so severe that I am no longer able to use tampons because it is so small, and I'm afraid that I will tear. This has happened before. 1 year after starting wrong sex hormones, despite persistent self-harm, my healthy breasts were removed. I was told I would have sensation in my chest within 1 year. Instead, my chest is numb except for the occasional zapping pain. I almost lost my nipples. After being grafted, pieces of them stuck to my bandage and fell off, and I no longer have them. During the time in which I was receiving gender-affirming care, my psychiatrists and psychologists had to ask me at the beginning of each appointment what my name was, who the president was, and what year it was, because I was so far from reality. They told me no to liposuction and yes to a radical double mastectomy. I was too unhealthy to consent to lipo, but not to top surgery. I was convinced that my puberty was a disease, and I trusted my doctors in the trans community when they told me they had the cure. But it wasn't true. I stand now before you in an aching body, which is no longer mine. I don't recognize myself when I look in the mirror. I am suffering from severe medical issues with which no doctors will help me, and insurance covers nothing. The medical professionals who did this to me have abandoned me, and the trans community has abandoned me. My doctors assisted me in mutilating myself and then left me in the cold when I wanted the harm to stop. But when I see young girls in my situation, young girls who have experienced sexual trauma, who are suffering from mental illness, and who suffer from body dysmorphia disorders, or who feel pressured by social media or their peers to conform to certain stereotypes of femininity, my heart breaks for them. And while the damage done to my body can never be fully reversed, I can be an advocate for those girls in the same position I was. Thank you.